So here is my device for the blinds with the PCB. I'm using an ESP8266 with a charging module for solar panel charging. They're not attached on this specific window yet, but they will be. As you can see, the blue light is flashing every 5 seconds. That's checking if there's a message available. We also have the voltage regulator up top and a stepper driver up at the very top, which controls this stepper up here. It's very well concealed, as in this housing I've used a command strip for easy removal, and yeah, and I'm using an 18650 battery as well, which is at about 3.7 to 4 volts, and that is able to power the motor at 10 volts with the voltage converter. And then of course we have a transistor to limit any quiescent current going through these devices. So here's my ESP32 device. This device acts as a bridge between Apple HomeKit and the blinds themselves. And it's what kind of conveys the messages and stores all the messages. So all the logic is stored in here. Additionally, I have the ESP8266, which I use for programming the other 8266 boards with this wiring configuration. So that wiring and re-uploading code is nice and easy.
Hey Siri, close the blinds.
Okay, which shade? Window 1, window 2, window 3, or all?
All.
So here's the pet feeder. As you can see, it matches in with the other baskets, and you have your water dispenser mechanism up here. You also have this ultrasonic sensor to sense this water tank level, and that is reported to Apple HomeKit back to the user. And then on the inside, we have a food sensor, which also reports the food level to the user, and the food will all go in here, and it goes down this chute into a wheel where it will be dispensed. Comes out through underneath through there, and it will have a little tubing that comes through back through this, and then a hole will be cut out here to dispense the food, and the user can organize all that to his or her liking. So regarding the water dispenser, the sensor works somewhat, and you can see that it just read that it had low water. Unfortunately, I think the cone that it senses at is a little too wide, and so I'm getting a lot of noise. As you can see, I have a 77 and then a 98. But it is designed so that when the sensor reads that the distance is less than 70 or less than 60, it will start the motor and pump some water, and then once it gets above 90%, it will stop the motor and stop refilling the water. In the future, I will probably use a water sensor to make this implementation easier and more usable. On the inside, I have a battery that goes to the voltage booster, and then of course I have a stepper driver for the food dispenser and ESP32 as well to run the Apple HomeKit stuff, and just some transistors to limit current and save power wherever possible. This also connects to the water dispenser. So this is how it looks in Apple HomeKit. If you select the humidity sensor, you can see the water tank level humidity over there in that humidity sensor. And then if you go to the water bowl, you can see and control the water bowl from here, and if it's filled or not. And you can also see in the settings below that there is you can see the water level of the bowl. Now if we go back to the food bowl, you can see that we have 2 switches to control the amount, which is seen on the right, and speed. And then in fan mode, that's a switch that is the yes, I want to send this much amount of food to the bowl. Below you can also see the tank level. Although it's distributed as water level, it's the tank level of the food tank.